Alright, folks, welcome back to Divide et Impera, the Medewi campaign. Medewi? Maybe there's a better way to pronounce that. I probably should have looked it up. Not at episode 22. So, you may notice that time has progressed a little bit since the last time we spoke. You may also notice that our bank account has progressed a little since the last time we spoke. Indeed, here is the last recording for the Medewi campaign. I've been a little naughty. Basically, as those of you who are watching the last few videos know, the desert area of Arabia and the constant starvation and the desert attrition and the summer attrition were driving me batty, utterly insane. So I decided, or rather, I should say, I sort of procrastinated recording more of this series. Let me show you how much I procrastinated. So here you can see that I went all the way up to turn 186 in a Rome campaign, so that was kind of fun. So it's been about 32 turns, or about 8 years of in-game time. I have done a few things, so let me show you, and really didn't miss much at all. First off, I subjugated Himyar here, and the main reason I subjugated them versus actually just like conquering them is because I took their city, but then I noticed that they had two armies right up here by Marib, and I had Zira, not Zira 2.0, but Zira Arakamani, our faction leader's wife, our queen, was sitting in Marib with a very depleted army, and they had two stacks, so I was not prepared to deal with that. Another thing I've done is you'll notice that this reads that it's a puppet state. I've replaced client states and then satrapies with puppet states. I have no idea what that's going to do to the stability of the campaign. It might break it, it might not. Oh well, I don't care, honestly. This campaign has one stated goal, and that is to fight Rome with archers, and I want it to happen, and that's all that I care about at this point. Let's see, what else did I do? I reformatted the economy pretty heftily. For the most part, our Ethiopian province looks pretty much the same. But you'll see overall, I've adopted basically the agriculture temple dyad wherever I can, and then the agriculture bonus building strat. And this is what I'm using in my Rome campaign. Now, for the Medewi, it doesn't work quite as well for a couple reasons. So, generally what you do is you'll build cows everywhere. You'll build, and you see the Medewi don't have cows because cows are very profitable, so Medewi don't have access to that. And the Medewi also don't have access to a certain temple that the Greeks have, where it gives you 4+ sanitation and 4+ public order. So basically what you do is in every settlement you can, you build you build your cows, which, you know, murder your public order and sanitation, and then you build your temples that deal with that, and yeah, they do reduce your regional income, but you're making so much filthy, dirty money that it doesn't matter that you're losing a percentage of regional income. And then you boost that with these provincial buildings here, like, you know, grain silos and bazaars and warhorse pens. You see warhorse pen has like 5% bonus wealth from agriculture. I upgrade it to a tier 3. It has a 10% wealth from agriculture that stacks on top of everything else. And you know, you're just stacking and stacking and stacking. Look, this Eastern Bazaar has a 20% wealth from farming. You're stacking that on top of a 10% wealth from farming. You're stacking that on top with techs with techs that add wealth from agriculture. So it does change things. One thing that you'll notice is if you pursue a tactic like this, you will notice that your income is a little less stable, in the sense that winter you're very poor and in spring you're very rich. But overall, I think the results speak for themselves. This is in 32 turns of time. As soon as I conquered this area, I just deleted my military. I just got rid of it. I didn't bother transporting them. I did nothing. We're in a relatively safe spot, diplomacy-wise, and there's no reason to worry anymore about, you know, military. I also added the 41 units per army mod because I play the game that way. I've been playing the game that way for about a month straight, and I don't want to play the game a different way. Again, don't know if that's going to screw with the game. If it does too much, like if armies, I just notice all armies are limiting themselves to 20 units and they never go above that, then I will do something about it. But, you know, it's a fluid campaign. I mean, like, it's not gonna kill anyone. And actually, I can see right here that they're already starting to build above to 41 stacks. So, I believe Siwa. I can't remember what was going on. I thought Siwa was a military ally at one point. I think I liberated them, right? I don't think I subjugated them. But they have they actually attacked my Marmarike allies here, which I also liberated, I believe. So they're in the doghouse, but they don't really have much of a military to speak of. So I think we're fine. So where do we go from here? Well, Rome is still doing its thing. It hasn't expanded as fast as I would like. And, you know, I'm looking for territory, right? I don't want to expand across the desert. I just don't. Please, God, no more. I'm not interested. Okay, so I want something a little more juicy, and I'm starting to kind of look at the Seleucids here. I mean, look, they're big, they're kind of sexy. Like, they own a lot of territory. I only really have to go to war with them and their, I guess, their loyal satrapies of Colchis, Herodotus, and Zaranka, which are so far to the east. Who even gives a shit? And it looks like that'll also put me in good graces with Maria, who I definitely want to be on Maria's good side at all times. You can actually see I've been steadily just giving gifts to the Indians over here because I do not want to deal with them potentially coming west into me. However, the Seleucids may prove to do that. The Seleucids may actually... That's problematic, actually. I think I need to raise some more forces here. What kind of locals do you have? Just Arabian auxiliaries? Okay. Let's raise something to I have 11,000 warriors? Were they just 591 per turn? What in the flying fuck? How do I have that many people? What is influencing your growth? What the hell? Is it all this crap? 5%, 3% first class, 3% second class, 0.3%, not even a percent. 1% third class, 0.5%. I have a tech? I'm sure I have some. Those are old techs. What? Why? Is it this? Temple of Ammon that's doing that? Oh, I forgot to mention, by the way, I'm using these royal tomb temples in most provinces because it actually has a little bit of wealth from entertainment that comes in, and I think that probably makes this the best temple for our economy. It's not as good on the public order front, so that is a problem that we'll have to manage, but certainly the extra income helps offset the cost of the temple. So I mean I think our results speak for themselves because I have 2 40 stacks up here that are very nice, powerful armies for the equivalent of 4 vanilla armies. I think we're fine economy wise at the moment. Okay, let's do a bunch of Arabian auxiliaries. 15 armor, 614, attack defense, bonus versus cavalry, AP damage, weapon damage. Base morale's pretty darn low, but that's okay. 3 speed is nice. Having some javelins is nice. I have more warriors than I have commoners here. Oh, this must be... I'm an idiot. This must be where I disbanded one of my armies. Well, okay then. Let's do 10 of you. Let's form a little skirmisher corps. Let's form a little archer corps. Sure, I'll just get a ton of camels. I can afford them. And then what else do I want in this force here? I have warriors, but this isn't exactly a military recruitment province, so your mileage may vary. kind of thinking about these Meroitic Spearmen. They're not terrible, and they're kind of quick. They're kind of light, though, comparatively speaking. I mean, they only have 8 armor, 716, so they're objectively better in attack and defense with a little more morale, but they have lower armor and better bonuses against cav and elephants. I think it makes more sense. Let's do that. Let's have 4 flankers, I think. Let's have 6 flankers and these Meroitic Spearmen will be sort of floaters. They can either back up the main line, depending on what kind of infantry I'm looking at, or they can join the Ethiopian swordsmen, the flankers. They can join them to provide support against potential cavalry if I'm going up against a lot of cavalry. Okay. Alright, bookkeeping is done. 11 minutes of rambling into the video. Let's take a look at what we're actually going to do next. So, we have Palmyra in our sights, and we have Dura in our sights. We have both Zira and Arakamani ready to go. Should be next turn. The army format now is 9 medium infantry. Well, let's go from just the start. We have our general, 2 basic African elephants, 4 cataphracts, 6 hoplites, 2 chariots for fun, 9 medium infantry, our main infantry line, 6 painted warriors, and then 10 elite archers. Basically, all of these units are designed to be guerrilla. Basically, the painted warriors either sacrifice themselves or just kind of assist our archers if we choose to use guerrilla deployments. These guys are nice and quick and have some AP damage, so they're going to be okay against stuff like the Seleucids. We have our 6 hoplites to pull out as backers for the main line, or as just they can be the front line. They're just part of the front line center formation if I need them to be. Chariots to chase down archers, or basically they're just here because they're interesting. Cataphracts are cataphracts. You know how they work. Elephants are elephants. You know how they work. And those armies are identical. And for the foreseeable future, that is probably what I'm going to pull out for each army. And in fact, yeah, I'm building a 3rd army in the Egypt province. Feels good, man. Feels good. We have a lot more money than we did. Our economy has flourished.
My lord is
no.
leaning.
Oh, I also added a mod called something like "Don't Bug Me" or "Stop Diplomacy Spam" or something like that. And oh, it's so nice that these little factions from like Europe, from like Spain and stuff, are no longer bugging me every single turn for a non-aggression pact. Now it's only 1 or 2 requests instead of like 6 per turn. All right, Zira actually leveled here just by chilling. Zira has her ammo, her Master of Scouts. I probably want to have her go down Proven Leader because I like the map movement range. Someone told me in one of the Dividiat Impera chats that stacking movement speed, campaign movement speed, is it's limited, it's capped. I don't know if that's actually true or not, and I really don't care enough to do the testing to find out. And so if it is, you know, okay. I'm just gonna keep building like I usually build. So I like Dread Commander. I also like Booming Voice. 9% movement speed is really, really nice, along with Rally and Inspire is neat. But Dread Commander, Proven Leader, all 3 of these are nice. If you're not as much into buffing your actual units, especially if you're like a missile-focused army, like I am in this campaign. But Dread Commander is so nice because that means, you know, a unit that would normally be wavering is 0 to 10% morale, right? A unit that would normally be wavering would just rout. Perfect.
Ready for orders.
All right, now it's time to stab the Seleucids in the back. I've already broken off my trade agreements with them, but this is certainly not a kosher attack. I've not waited long enough.
To your words,
Declaring
and then
war
give
while having
judgment.
treaties or shortly after
So,
breaking them is considered an act of
greetings,
treachery.
and now, business.
You know, we may have a problem here. I'm not going to call my allies to help, but I think this is going to force a check on Himyar to join me anyways because they're a puppet state. Oh, okay.
Very well. We
I expected
have
them to
war.
refuse to join me because they hate
Start.
me. That's interesting. So did they? Yeah, they're still military allies. Okay, cool. Yeah. So what happened in my Rome campaign is I actually subjugated Sparta and Athens and Crete, Knossos. And when I attacked someone else, like a few turns later, all of them broke off their puppet state status, which doesn't seem like you should be able to do that. But
Ready for battle.
you know, arguments that it happened in real life aside. Okay. Let me quick save the game and do my favorite part of Rome 2, desert travel.
Is that all, my lord?
You know, just because it was tedious in real life doesn't mean it has to be tedious for the player.
Make haste, man.
This really is the only way to do it.
At once. March. On the move, my lord.
I have a mod that disables desert attrition, but I think it only works for new campaigns or something because it doesn't seem to be working for this campaign. That mod is active right now, but I just tried it before starting this video and it did not work.
March.
Okay. Hopefully the area around the city is mercifully clear of desert, please. Okay, that's Arakamani set up. Arakamani's taking the less dangerous settlement because he has more movement. I wasn't confident if Zero would be able to hit at the same turn. This has been carefully orchestrated, of course. I think we'll do Dura during this video. And I know people may want me to auto-resolve here. A, you need to see the army. B, I don't want to lose unnecessary troops. I don't want the auto-resolve to tell me, oh, your elephant suicide charged at the beginning of the battle, so you lost all your elephants, because the auto-resolve 100% will do that. You've seen it. You've seen it, damn it. So, this is the power of my new PC. We're rocking 41 units. Look at this crap. So sweet. So sick. Gotta love it. Okay. I don't know how it's going to perform. I think it's going to be a little choppy because, you know, I'm putting recording on top of everything. I might have to drop my videos down to 1080p again, which is fine. I only record in 1440p. I upscale to 1440p because YouTube is dumb and makes my 1080p videos look like they're in 480p because it doesn't want to give me the good encoder because I'm not super popular, big money time YouTuber. It's weird, like my most popular videos, those ones have the nice encoding. You can see they have VP9, but all of my other videos get the AVC encoder. So how do we want to actually form up here? It's basically a pretty basic light army. I don't really need to worry about it. I think basically my skirmishers should be almost enough to take it out single-handedly. Do they even have cavalry? No. And my archers have 240 range. They have like half the range of a ballista. Insane. They can almost hit them from there. Good God in heaven. I love it. You be group 1. You be group 2. So this is the strat for armies which are vulnerable to our playstyle. How much range do these have now? 117 for javelins. That's hilarious. For reference, like archers can be as like low as 150. 150 range. Damn, I could almost double line these guys, but yeah, this is nice because of those 300-man units. I can stretch these for a whole battle line. So yeah, really, these hoplites can just be backup, especially for this battle. Since they're 2-speed, you got to keep unit speed in mind. They're like the low side of 2-speed, maybe 2. I don't know. Chariots. Too bad chariots don't have gorilla. That'd be kind of funny if they could, though. You just spawn in, and chariots just come out of the woodworks to murder you. Good stuff. What the hell? Have my elephants assist the chariots, because that makes sense somehow. Baggage train, just chill out back here. Okie doke. I'm gonna want to guide my archers to shoot what I need them to shoot as soon as possible. So their whole army is in range, so I need you to shoot their archers first and foremost. There's the first volley. Oh, I've also added a different special... Wow. I've also added some effect mods. You can see some dust coming off the units here. A little more dust and stuff like that. And again, I might have to drop some of my like shadow settings and stuff off of extreme for recording. We'll see. This is kind of pushing pushing my computer pretty hard compared to how I used to run it. Oh man, those archers kind of juked a lot of those arrows there. Not enough though. Yeah, my painted warriors are doing their shit now. Just kind of keeping an eye on their line. I need to move you guys more further forward than that. Did not group my elephants. Whoops. Yeah, I'm playing this a little fast and loose. I mean, if my like painted warriors and archers can't get away from these enemies on their own, like they kind of deserve to get caught, don't they? The music still is kind of loud in my ears, but I think it should be fine. Balancing. How do I balance? Okay, what are you doing? What are you doing? I saw that. You think you can fucking trick me? Who do you think you are? Get out of there. You're all off. All of you are off duty now. Get the hell out. You bastards. Archers too. I don't trust you guys anymore. I don't know what you're doing. Who you think you're playing with? Here's our medium swordsman. Or I think they're more like axemen, clubmen. I don't know. Well, we'll see. We'll see what they have, right? These poor bastards. They're doing great. Oh yeah, look at that dust. That dust makes the image look so much cooler. I'm curious to see what YouTube's encoder is gonna do to that dust. It might make the whole image look like crap. We'll see. What are y'all doing? That's not... I don't recall giving that order hoplites. Oh, we haven't even seen these hoplites yet. Here. Show off. They have elephant skins on their shields. Very cool. These guys aren't even going to be able to make contact. That's hilarious. Losses, 3. Kills, 3. Yeah, they shot a few dudes. Looks like these hoplites. Yeah, they probably... I bet those hoplites caught 1 painted warrior. That's hilarious. As expected, my archers did most of the work. 150 kills, 149 kills. Poor bastards. Apparently my cavalry and elephants and chariots were getting kills. They must have been chasing routing units because I didn't catch that. Maybe that's the after battle kills since we ended the battle. Someone also mentioned that my procedure of chasing down routing enemies is not necessary because the game will auto kill them. I cannot speak to the truth of that statement. I do know if I know where all the enemy AI units are, like I have them in a funnel, I'll still play the battle through to make sure they die. We're just gonna occupy this. It's mine now. Mine. I think we'll go for their main homeland province immediately next, and we'll save Antioch for later. Which leaves our Jerusalem area exposed.
For glory. Siege. Besieging their settlement.
Ugh. Yeah, Siege of Palmyra. 23 units, 7 Greek hoplites, 6 citizen militia. So, you know, we're going to be dealing with 13 hoplite units, 2 Greek cavalry, 7 local archers. That should be an entertaining one. And I think we'll go ahead and we'll call this a short episode. we'll do a short episode, and I will see you guys next time for the siege. Later, folks.